It's a news alert. Literally hot off the presses. This is literally happening now. These are right now, currently. Post has just been hacked. As of like 30 seconds ago, Post has been hacked. I know nothing. We're going to dive in and we're going to dive in together, you and I. Students of the Keynote Dogme 2007 with a live news alert. It's breaking news. It's hot off the presses. We are doing this live. Let's fucking go. So, from what I understand, we already have a few things out there, but more is coming. We might be going until the sun sets and the sun rises again. I have never been, ever been more fucking hype than I am now. So let's unpack some of this, shall we? Let's unpack some of this to something that's quite appropriate. Raf, the owner and operator of Post, these are fresh off the presses DMs, says, I'm just so sick of this shit, man. I just want to operate my site, not be involved in my A-log shit. Gator says, agree. Either way, glad my main base of operations is Post. Glad my main base of operations is Post. Surely this one's not going to be compromised, is it, Gator? Surely we're not going to be reading all of your DMs yet again. Oh, I love this timeline. As it stands, nobody can remotely access our servers currently, including me, Graf says. Well, it looks like as of 2023, the 25th of May, we can now see everything you've all posted, because you're retarded. Gator says this is where the Minecraft payload was directed to. And as you can see, there's a folder for every user on the site. Coming at you from Esoteric Shaggyism at EsoShaggy on Twitter. Every single one of their DMs, because they thought it wasn't compromised. There's archives on everything. Absolutely everything. The size of the text, it's like a gigabyte, over a gigabyte, eh? Just in text. There's 8.7 gigabytes of data that's been leaked. So what I want to do now, really, is I want to just go through some of them. Just take this opportunity to savor the moment. Because it's very rare that we're up and we're awake for times like this. I wish I was awake for the Chugbud stuff, but I want to cover it live in real time. So, yes, Post has been hacked. It's alert, folks. Condition red. If you're Shannon Holloman. Shannon Gaines, Brian Holloman, the pedophile. It's alert code red if you're his daddy, Jim. The man faking dying of cancer with a Chinese wife. It's alert condition red, ladies and gentlemen. Things have never been this bad. They genuinely thought it wouldn't have... Look, it's condition red if you're Juice Moon as well. It is the most fucking tough shit you can possibly imagine. The toughest I think that this has ever got. We're covering all of it. Post has leaked, ladies and gentlemen. So, fatality. Michael Alberto, perpetual snake and loser, says this. Thanks for the 20, bro. Been planning to branch out of Cozy and AF for a while now. And this is a DM to Jim. To Jim. Don't go sharing that though, lol. Don't go sharing that, lol. It's okay, your secret's safe. Your secret's safe, Michael Alberto. We won't go sharing that though. So keep that between you and I. Just you and I, Spedensburg, watching the stream. It's just a secret to all of us. Let's just don't go sharing that one though. The fact that he was trying to snake on Cozy way back in October 2022 and doing so to Daddy Jim. I think you'll end up... Whoa! Oh boy! I think you'll end up doing well, chat, on other platforms as you branch out and build an audience. And I'm sure other creators like Augie and Tom will help you on the way as well. Let's use our... This is only the first one, really. The second one we've looked at. But this is already wild as fuck. Jim is negotiating Michael Alberto snakening from Cozy TV and hooking him up with Augie. And who was the other one? Turkey Tom. Jim is hooking him up with this like an agent or something. Trying to get him out across fucking the Berlin Wall or some shit. What the fuck? Tom gave me this idea. Turkey Tom gave Michael Alberto this idea. If we road trip and brought you McDonald's, would you eat with us, Jim? No content or anything. We wouldn't even announce it publicly. We just thought it'd be cool to do. Jim says, if it was a year ago, maybe. But my health is not great, Mike. So if it was a year ago, Jim would have ate McDonald's with Michael Alberto. But you know what, Gator? It's tough. Sorry, Gator, but Jim ain't gonna be eating his McDonald's with you no matter what year it is. But he was willing to eat McDonald's with Michael Alberto. This is like total fucking devastation, isn't it? This is a complete destruction of the sector. I actually might bow out after this one, because this is the greatest high. Jim is saying here that he's gonna eat McDonald's, the Dark Lord of the Internet, with Michael Alberto. If it was a year ago and I wasn't pretending I had dying of cancer, yes, you could come round and and eat McDonald's with me. Child, half my age. Like, this guy is literally half Jim's age, if not below even half. My health is... If it was a year ago, maybe you could have eaten McDonald's with me. I'm going back to Mayo soon and will be starting transfusion therapy once genetics and immunology confirm what they suspect. Truth is, I'm more active lately, less because I feel better, but just to sort of keep my mind off the pain. But thanks for the offer, though. Michael Alberto says, hey man, it's no issue. We love you, buddy. This is a snake. What a snake. We love you, buddy. This is during the... this is nuts. He's snaking as he's on Cozy and trying to buddy up. He's snaking during that exact same moment. He's been planning to branch out of Cozy and AF for a while now, and he's snaking to Jim. And Jim kept quiet. This came from literally 2022. October of 22. Hey man, it's no issue. We love you, buddy. We thought we'd throw out the offer. We'll continue to pray for you. Hope to do another gaming stream in the future. Thanks, says Jim. Yeah, another gaming stream would be great. What the fuck was that? Jim's eating McDonald's with Michael Alberto. Sorry, Gator, you never got to eat McDonald's with the man whose skin you've been trying to wear for the past 10 years. It's time. But there's more. There's more. There is more. In this one... Also, Michael Belberto says, is it true you're an atheist, Jim? Ralph has been saying that. I thought you were more Christian. Jim says, I'm an apatheist. That's your new word of the day. You're welcome, lol. Michael. I grew up as a Protestant, though. This is like Jim furnishing us with his whole docs. Ah, okay. I heard you say that you were Protestant somewhere. Can I say that on stream? Jim says, go ahead, lol. It's fine. Why is Jim doxing himself to Michael Alberto? What's going on here? What's happening? Jim never doxed himself to you, Gator. It was the province of Michael Alberto that Jim was furnishing his docs to. This is fascinating. You know what this is, guys? This well and truly might be the greatest day of all time. It's the greatest day of all time. What? This is Gator plotting with a vexatious litigant to aid Ralph in Mexico from the looks of it. Vexatious litigant says, lol, I wish I had some more Mexican Kiwis into it. So look, Vickers says, fucking August and September with the beginning of the school year shit is like a full-time job. What we're going to do is, allow me to just savor the music for when we need it appropriately, because I imagine we're going to be reading for a while. Vickers says, bitching about, being a stay-at-home mom or some shit. Gator says, lol, I wish we had some Mexican Kiwis in Tijuana. Why would you need that? Oh, it's so we could have them go round Ralph's house and find his house. Sounds kind of fucked, Gator. Sounds really fucked. What? How many people now have we seen DMs from Gator where he's plotting to fuck with Ralph IRL, like swap the guy? How many times have we seen this? Coordinating shit. Like, Gator, you are a third banana at best. You are no longer anything at all. Yet you live in the mother man's shadow. You live in Ralph's shadow because Jim's telling you to. But you know what? Jim ain't going to be eating his McDonald's with you. Jim's going to be eating his McDonald's with Michael Alberto. And that's the sorry state of your life, because you've spent the past 10 years wishing, dreaming, crying yourself to sleep in the vain hope that one day before Jim dies of his 16 fake illnesses, Jim would eat a McDonald's with you. Maybe you considered it would be Jim's last meal. Unfortunately, you are TV's Gator. You are TV's Gator. Shannon Gaines, Brian Holloman, the pedophile. And you were refused even the option of dining with Jim. Tough. So, we'll continue on some of this shit. Some of this is absolutely fucking wild. Whoa, boy. Chat. Whoa, boy. There's folders and folders and folders of this. So Ultros is a man that funds Jaden McNeil's lifestyle. From what I understand, he's some crazy homosexual man that is paying Jaden McJudas to continue streaming, to keep going. And I imagine, I have no evidence of this, but I imagine there's lots of private streams going on behind the scenes, OnlyFans style, for Ultros and Jaden McJudas. I have no evidence of those claims, but that's what I imagine to be happening. And I think a great many of you imagine that to be happening as well. So in this one, Ultros is revealed to be an autist. He says, I had a girlfriend at the time of the... What? I had a girlfriend the entire time of the allegations. We dated from October 2012 to April 2016. I let Jaden log into my Facebook to verify everything. Wait a minute. Jaden McJudas has logged in to Ultras's Facebook? What the fuck? How? We are not even a line into that. I imagine Warski's a few lines in. I imagine Warski is fucking shocked. It's all come crashing down, Warski. And you were doing so well. I love it. This timeline might be the best we've ever seen it. So, Ultros, Jaden McNeil's sugar daddy, allowed Jaden McJudas to log into the Facebook and verify everything. I don't want to face dox her because she has kids now and groypers will just harass her. But we also lived together and she made the Tumblr. She took me to One Direction in 2014 and 2015 because she was obsessed with boy bands. I sent the pictures with timestamps to Jaden. She created the Tumblr, and if you read the archives, the posts top March 2016 when we broke up. I sent Teddy Feezer receipts as well, since I am one of his mods. How deep does this fucking go, folks? How deep does this conspiracy of collusion go? We really are in an episode of the fucking X-Files tonight, aren't we? Has it ever been this spicy in the sector, folks? Not only, in the matter of 6 months, we've had two sets of massive DM leaks that have completely bodied all of those involved. I don't think they'll ever recover. I think they're literally hanging from the rafters as we speak. And I need this. I need this. Hanging from the rafters as we speak. Ultros, Jaden McJudas' sugar daddy, says, I sent Teddy Feezer receipts as well, since I'm one of his mods, as well as Jaden's mods. And the thing, linked you, is just an article from 2013 where we got reported for cyberbullying. It confirms throughout the thread that we were dating. And like I said, I let Jaden use my Facebook to see the relationship status, pictures, etc. And the groypers purposely ignored the rip-off report, which was the main thing if you search my name because it proved I was straight. Jaden covered it all on Monday as well. The entire Tumblr was made by my girlfriend, who I dated for 4 years. I doxed her to Jaden and mods in group chat. So Jaden demanding the dox of a stranger? Who's doxing who, McJudas? Isn't it funny how it all turns on a dime? Isn't it funny how all of it turns on a dime yet again? And the people you're pointing at and saying, oh, they're really falling crazy. We're no such thing. We are literally righteous, justified people in what we do. And they are far worse than anything that has ever happened here. Literally. Always the case. Many such cases. No, always such cases. Always the case. Hold the line, trust the plan. He says, I doxed her to Jaden McJudas in group chat to show him the Facebook timestamps. She was into boy bands. We lived together. All of this nonsense. I don't know technology IT stuff that Clown World knows, but he still has all of the receipts on this shit. I gave RPG, Teddy Feezer, and Jaden these archives back in September, so they've known the whole time. The groypers already have my email and used it to register a fake Comfy Stream account. I have no issue telling you my email. I have no issue telling you my email. So let's just keep it a secret between you and I, shall we? All of this is publicly available on Twitter, by the way. It's all on Esoteric Shaggyism's Twitter profile and being shared by all and sundry on the internet. So, let's just keep it between you and I. Let's just do a secret. These are fucking wild. What the fuck? Teddy Feezer says, I've heard your name come up on the Keno Casino, but I'm only vaguely familiar with your lore. I know you're the father of Faith Vickers, who Ralph once dated, and had a child named Xander. And I know that Ralph was complete scum to her, and he's talking to Mr. Vickers. After dirt on Ralph from Mr. Vickers. Teddy says, sounds like fun. I should be able to join you for that. I'll get back to you tomorrow morning with a final confirmation, but I'm leaning towards reschedule for now. I need a few days break. His mum's telling him to tidy his room. What the fuck? They're negotiating deals in the back room to appear on each other's shows. To give them validation. What the fuck's happening? What business does Teddy Feezer have reaching out to Mr. Vickers, pretending he doesn't know who Ralph is, in order to get the behind-the-scenes gossip on all of the court cases that are in play at the moment? What the fuck is happening? And it's all happened on post, which they thought was most secure. That's why all of their DMs are so vociferous. That's why all of their DMs are so wordy. That's why they've held no punches in these DMs, because they thought it was the most secure thing that could possibly be used as a communication device. Well, spoiler alert, it wasn't. And I was telling you it wasn't the whole fucking time. Like, literally, it was so obvious that Post was going to go after Chudbots. It was obvious to blind people and strangers on the street. Warski says, Yo, Jim, it's Andy.
Yo, Jim, it's Andy. It's crazy. I'm verified and everything here on Post. Keemstar sent me a DM on Twitter, saying he may be able to get your Twitter back. His exact message is, hey, let Jim know I'm trying to get his Twitter back. But first, I need to know who took it down.
Jim says, I'm pretty sure Keffels took it down. All I got was a stock standard ban evasion notice. Warski is negotiating on Jim's behalf to get his Twitter back via Keemstar. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening, folks? Jim's using Retardski as a carrier pigeon to get his Twitter back.
Alright, man. I'll send Keem the message.
Andy, that video was great, says Jim. What the fuck? Super funny stuff. Hope you guys do more of those, because it was funny as it's such a great feeling. Such a great feeling to be right, isn't it? It's such a great feeling to be vindicated yet again. Never doubt yourself. Use this as an inspirational moment of the day. Never doubt yourself, Sped and Spokes. Never doubt yourself, students of the Keno Dogma 2007. If you think you're righteous for a good reason. It's because shit like this is happening in the background, where they're negotiating deals with each other, where they're promoting each other fakely and falsely in return for Keemstar getting Jim's Twitter back. Warski contacts Jim out the blue in order to save his dying career. And the offer he's got on the table is, I can get your Twitter back by DMing Keemstar on Twitter. And Jim then says, I'll promote Warski. I'll say he's a super funny guy and inorganically resurrect his career. Cash for questions. Cash for favours. Collusion. It's Postgate. I'm calling it now. It's Postgate. Postgate. Literally, post as in post, and post as in pedoist. Postgate. But let's see how far this fucking goes. What the fuck's going on? Look at this. Oh my lord. What the fuck is that? What on earth is this? This is nuts. Okay. What we're gonna have to do... Whoa. What the fuck? Okay. We've got our top agent on the case. And with any luck, they'll be calling in now. So, Deep Throat is with us. Hello, sir. It's great that you're here.
Okay, can you hear me?
Go off. Go off, King. No, you're completely live.
Okay, so this is 11 months in the making. 11 months ago.
11 months in the making. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to rest the phone down and take a big fat steaming Shannon, because I've been sat stationary for almost 2 hours now, screaming into the darkness. So, whilst I take a steaming Shannon, you go off, King, and lay out the whole case. Go ahead.
Okay. The Jim conspiracy theory is the idea that Jim Medeker, he acts like, I'm above it all. I have no internet friends, I'm just the guy, I'm the troll. I'm just like the Dark Lord of the internet. No friends, right? But you go look at it, there's certain people Jim allies with and he protects. So for example, in 2018, Ethan and Ralph. So Jim went to Ralph's show for a platform because he didn't want to stream. He used it to attack Sargon and his enemies. And so what you saw with Jim, he was ignoring the Ralph drama that Godwinson was talking about for 2 to 3 years. And if you look at the flamenco thing, Jim was tweeting 20 times a day in, like 11 months ago this time. And then Flamenco's exposed as a pedophile, and Jim says, I'm watching the show right now. And he leaves. For 3 days, and he comes back and he completely ignores it. And there's a pattern of behavior with Jim, where he pretends to know, or where he pretends that he's neutral, I don't have friends. When people who can give him stuff, or he gives stuff to, are in trouble, he ignores it. It's a mafia. It's like the new Project 2 thing. People are giving Jim coverage, or no, sorry, Jim is giving people fans, and in return, these people give Jim a platform so he can like spew his like talking points.
I feel a lot lighter after that steaming Shannon. What can I say? Go ahead, sir. I've literally just come back. Where were you? Where did you leave off, Deep Throat?
I was just talking about how Jim like uses his people like Flamenco or Ralph back in the day to attack his enemies, and he promotes them like a mafia. And when they get in trouble, he ignores it until he can find somebody new to latch on to.
Yes.
Because with the flamenco thing, he ignored the pedophile stuff, and now this is more proof. Jim said he doesn't have friends, but like he's willing to go
and eat McDonald's with Michael Alberto, who's trying to Judas way back when. The whole fucking time there's been this Judas interplay, and Jim was going to ferry him across the fucking Berlin Wall in return for a McDonald's. Something that Gator never got a chance to have.
And Jim Medeker said he would never do an IRL event. He refused to attend Knoxville. He says, I don't do IRL stuff. I don't meet people. I have real life friends, which we can doubt that. That's not true. But when Michael Alberto, a young boy, by the way, Jim's at this time was like 40-ish, and Michael Alberto's like, what, 17, 18?
What the fuck? Now wait a minute. Now wait a minute.
Michael Alberto's like, he's what, I don't know exactly. I think he's like 20-ish now. How old was he? Somebody in chat know? I mean, he looks like a 12-year-old, let's be honest, but I'm pretty sure he's like young. Does anybody know?
So obviously Jim wants to eat McDonald's with someone that looks very, very young, is what you're trying to say here, dude.
Oh, and also Augie and Tom. You know, Jim hangs around the high school, as the skeptics used to say. You know, Jim's the old man with cigarettes at the high school, wanting to hang out with the kids. For no reason. He's married, by the way, but, you know, he still wants to hang out with kids, you know. Jim tells us he's a real cool guy in real life. He has real life friends. He doesn't need to have gators. He doesn't need anybody. But when Michael Alberto offers to eat McDonald's with him, Jim will just go there and eat with these, like, 12-year-olds.
Deep Throat, just bear with me because we've got a fresh drop. In this drop, Andy Warski brags that he's going to shoot Ethan Ralph.
So when Andy Warski was swatted about having a gun, he said he didn't have one. I guess he was lying then, right?
So this is Mr. Vickers saying, Warski DMing me saying Ralph is posting pictures of his stolen passport, talking about getting a black powder gun and threatening his family. Jesus fucking Christ. What?
Never remember that.
Warski
They're all
seems
dropped
like
to
he's
the
freaking out. I may be reading a bit too much into it. Maybe a little. Warski literally brags that he's going to shoot Ethan Ralph. This is after Warski had his passport doxed on Cal. He blamed Ralph and started making death threats against Ralph, aim style. So what, is this a crime, Warski?
Maybe the Canadian police should look into it.
He's talking about getting a black powder gun and threatening his family. Now let's look at Ralph's family that remain. You've got 2 infant children. And what? Faith? Well, no, a wife, Pantsu, who's like in her 20s. That's who Warski's going to shoot up? Whoa. Boy. So carry on, Deep Throat. I want you to be here on this historic moment. I'm glad you called in, by the way.
Good thanks. The Warski thing's funny because remember he was swatted about like having a gun and there was this huge drama about it. Like he said, I don't have any guns, and the police said I didn't have any guns. Remember this?
Yeah, furnish us, because I don't think the cozy audience remembers. We old fags will remember, but it's for a new audience to take this on.
It was during the time when Warski had like I think Purple Dragon and Email Shungs and like everybody was swatting each other and doxing each other. But somebody called the Canadian police and said Andy Warski had weapons, and the police came to his house and searched, and he didn't. I don't think he had any, but he like spoke about this for 2 weeks that he was like a victim and how like the A-logs are trying to kill Gator and all this. So maybe they were right. I'm not endorsing that, but who knows?
So we've literally just had the Chud Buds leak, and now the post leak has happened. What next for these people? I mean, is Gator just going to neck himself at this point? Because he's lost everything. No communication that Gator has ever had has remained private.
I think they're still going to get away with it. They're going to go to their audience, the Kiwi Farms guys, like all becomes guns. They'll say, oh, it's a nothing burger. Let's leave it alone. Let's not cover it. And when you cover it, they're going to say, oh, esoteric Shaggy, you're cozy, so we can ignore it. That's what they always do. They say,
but the truth is there in literal black and white. The truth is there in black and white, Deep Throat.
Mr. Medicare posted the Anime Wade room poster. People still think he's like a hero and a king. So these people have a really high tendency to ignore facts. And just for example, I was the Kiwi Farms Nick Fuentes thread. There's like one about his family, and that picture of him and his like sister like hugging in the tuxedo or whatever.
Sure.
That thread was like 10 pages of them making like rape incest fantasies.
I know, it was horrendous, wasn't it? It was just fucking horrendous, and it highlighted what that user base really was about, didn't it?
Yeah, they just hate these people, and they hate seeing Ralph with a nice family. Like when they see Ralph's kid, they won't say this, but they want that kid dead, or they want Ralph dead. And they basically voice this. I mean, if you gave an A-log an opportunity to kill Ralph and his family, 9 out of 10 of them would do it.
Literally, they would do it, wouldn't they? There would be no hesitation. If they had the chance to, they would.
100%. These people are like fanatical towards Josh and Jim, and they believe if you like critique Josh and Jim, who are their gods, they're perfect. Josh and Jim, you can't critique. It's a free speech forum, by the way. You're a faggot for going on cozy, but we're not going to talk about Josh Moon's past. You could say anything negative about them, you need to die, basically. I mean, these people remember when that guy went to Mexico to find Ralph's address and Christorian X was posting that?
Yes.
What's the purpose of doing that in Mexico? They think they can get away with paying a cartel to kill Ralph because it's not America. And they've talked about
That's what Gator wanted to do. That's why he was saying the Tijuana Kiwis. I wonder if because they want the cartel to execute Ralph.
Yeah, let's buy a poster in Mexico calling him pedophile and just put that everywhere in Mexico so he can get killed. I mean, it's pretty self-obvious. I mean, people like nag on Anthony Legato. What did Anthony Legato do? He just yelled about Chris Chan. These people are trying to kill Ralph.
Sorry, I'm just reading. There's so much happening. There's so much dropping. I genuinely don't know where to fucking begin. In this one, Mr. Vickers admits that Faith's diary has 0 legal grounds, and the DA literally told Faith to get fucked and tried to go to the media. This proves that Vickers is engaged in completely vexatious legal acts, doesn't it?
The Dymo's vindicated. I wonder what Ralph's going to do with all this, because I imagine there's Because don't they have a no contact order between them? And
I have no idea, but do you know what? There's no contact order with me covering this. You know, I'm not related to the family at all. I'm genuinely just a free speech truth seeker, a righteous crusader. And what I want to do, Deep Throat, keep an eye on your screen, and we'll read this together. I'll be Vicious Vickers, and you can be Gator. Okay?
Okay, I'm on a bit of a delay, so okay, I see it now.
Nice. Nevada County DA literally just called Faith and basically sold her to get fucked. Unless Ralph imminently threatens her, they are not going to do anything about it. They don't care about the journal. They don't care about the journal. They don't care about the Skype call. They don't care about the Skype call. They don't care about naming her in harassing posts. They don't care. Apparently it's her fault for not just leaving the internet, damn fucking right, and hiding in a hole away from the world. So now, time to go at the media. Time to go to the media. Such is life. LMFAO Ralph is literally telling his attorney that he won't willingly give his address to Faith because he knows that she'll share it with me. And I've had my associates track him in foreign countries to assault him. Just literally.
Lol, and also what the fuck? So they just don't give a shit about the journal?
Yeah, I mean, this journal that they pinned all their hopes on, by the way, this journal was at one point going to bury Ralph and send him to prison. They don't give a shit about anything that's not an imminent threat, apparently. However, something I didn't know is that, according to the DA, she can attack civil through contempt process just like me. How vexatious litigant. This is a vexatious litigant explaining how he's being a vexatious litigant, isn't it? So, gonna try to have her attorney do that. Whoa, man. Take on that, Deep Throat.
He's just fucked himself. I imagine Ralph's gonna take all this stuff immediately and just file it to the judge. And this guy has more to lose than Ralph, by the way. Ralph's entire
way more to lose than Ralph.
Criminal. If some guy really wanted A-log Vickers, he'd go to wherever he lives and just show all his customers this shit to scare him off.
Well, if you believe Vickers' stories, I've watched a few of his streams, right? He reckons that when strangers come into that shop, he tells them all about how much of an evil man Ethan Ralph is and what Ethan Ralph did to the daughter. And it makes you wonder, what the fuck? These people just want to buy coins or some shit, but they're being furnished with the life details of Ethan Ralph and what happens on the internet in this sector. So I don't think he really cares about other people knowing his business, eh? It's like a point of pride for him from the looks of it. A Medal of Honor.
Does he have the gun tape playing in the coin shop?
Well, don't forget as well that he said on stream, and apparently there's a picture of a framed, bloodied shirt from a man that violently attacked Ralph in a foreign country. Vickers bought that shirt and now frames it in the living room for anyone coming round for a dinner party or the grandkids when they're playing on the carpet with the fucking Legos to look at. A bloodied shirt of a man who was beaten in the street. A man who's who's the father of your grandchild, and a man who means shit to nobody coming round for dinner that day. Thoughts on that, bro?
Oh yeah, remember that. Remember, guys, Ralph's a sick psychopath.
Ralph's evil, by the way. Ralph's an evil psychopath, by the way. But behaviour like this is all A-okay.
These young kids will see that every day.
Every day.
And they'll just, I fear for Ralph's safety, actually. Who knows if Vickers' kids, if they grow up, won't try to kill Ralph. This guy's propagandizing him. I wouldn't be surprised if he's I have 5 or 6 kids, maybe one of them go to jail for life for killing Ralph. Who knows? This guy's sick.
It's just sickness, isn't it? It's just absolute sickness. At what point in time do they just fucking break bread and go, you know what? Let's try and be happy families. Let's stop plotting with Gator on post of how we're going to take Ethan Ralph down, the father of my grandchild. At what point do they just say, we'll have a family now and just break bread?
I think Matthew Vickers either has to die or get a heart attack and have a awakening, a new life experience.
I think he needs a road to Damascus moment, is what you're saying. A come to Jesus moment.
Basically.
There's so fucking much of this. There's lots of text folders leaking out as we speak. Shall we go into this? We've got Ranbot. I'll be Ranbot. You can be Graph, the owner and proprietor of Post.
Hello, Graph. I cannot connect to the restreamer. I'm somewhat trepidatious. I tried updating the stream key. No joy. Graph?
I was cooking. Try now.
Works now. Thank you, Graph.
Oh, sorry, I was late for my keyboard, but the stew I'll be making will be 100% worth it.
Have nice din-dins.
Login, Nyrican8, password, a bunch of text. When it asks you for an email, Nyrican8@hotmail.com, code WWC3472K.
What the fuck is that, bro? Deep Throat, can you explain what we're reading there? What the fuck was that? Was that a stream key?
I think this is his stream. I think this is the stream key in the login, because Post has like a stream thing. It's post.tv. So I imagine this is how Rand streams from it, because there's a lot of drama between Rand and Graph over the streaming stuff.
Oh no! The stream key has been exposed.
I think you might say.
The nose has been exposed.
And the stream key has been exposed as well. This, how deep does this go? On this one, we've got Cog, Jobless Johnny, literally plotting with Faith Vickers. You can be Jobless Johnny, I'll be Faith Vickers. I'll just get my meth teeth in.
Okay. There's a slight delay on my end, so I don't see the screen yet. Okay. Would you like to come over for an interview?
I know we mentioned it at some point, and I feel free in 2 hours on the 20th and 21st.
Oh, sorry, I'm doing Rand as a Cockney, as a crone. How do you do a Faith Vickers? Oh, we'll just do it. We'll just do it.
I love you, Ralph. You are my Aquavina. For 2 hours on the 20th and 21st, in which the time I know for certain other someone won't be available. I don't know if that works at all with your schedule, but let me know.
What time on the 20th?
On the 20th, it'll be 11:15 a.m. Pacific time.
So what oh fuck, are we reading like the negotiation for that interview that Cog performed?
It has to be, right?
Oh my god. The behind the scenes fucking... And there's her Discord, folks. Let's just keep it secret between you and I. Oh my god.
Okay, that works for me.
Sweet!
Are you on Discord or Skype?
Discord, and there it is, look. Let's just keep it a secret between you and I, Deep Throat. What the fuck?
Of course.
Holy fuck, says Squire.
Nobody messaged me, Faye, 0996 on Discord. Nobody checked to see if she's in any servers either, by the way, and like screen cap all her messages. Don't do that.
What the fuck is this? There's so much. I'm gonna need time to like convey it all. It's all just coming out now. Post has been hacked. Gator's coping. So here's the level of this magnitude of leak, right? Post was 3,000 users. And every one of their details got leaked, and all of the messages on the site got leaked. 3,000 users, yeah? But what we're talking about now is 30,000 users, and 30,000 users' DMs just being leaked. This is like a lot to unpack. Deep Throat.
Is there a cook there, by the way? COOK in your DM files? Because that'd be interesting for some people.
Well, if someone wants to send all of the text files through, we can go ahead.
Yeah, because the post thing, I didn't think this was going to happen, to be honest. It's just like, there's so much lore. Like, every Kiwi's there. Oh, Autistic Rights there too, isn't he? Didn't he have a post account as well?
They all had post accounts because they were mirrored to the Chudbuds accounts.
So does that mean the DMs are the same across both, or do we get new DMs?
These are new DMs.
No, I mean from people who mirrored their accounts over.
So we get that as well as all of the new stuff that's happened since Chudbuds got leaked.
I wonder what Autistic Right was going up to this time, guys.
He's not still moderator. Oh, well, it's Tor only, so who gives a fuck? It's dead in the water, so it might as well be.
And one thing about the Andy and Jim thing where Andy's like, I'm going to get Keemstar to unban you. Remember the Kino Casino interview where Jim just softballed them the entire time?
Yes, that's right. It was all a fix from the start.
Exactly. There's a guy, Amber Turd and Kiwi Farms, exposes how like Jim would say something and PPP would have the response before he finished. There's a Kiwi Farms post. Jim said, I'm going to read this post, and PP's like responding to the post before he even knows what it is.
Yes, it was a fix. Explain that. Explain exactly what happened to break that down as I read what I'm reading.
Okay. So in Power Chat, there was okay, so PPP and Worski for the Kino Casino were using Power Chat, which Cozy uses. And people were saying you're a hypocrite. You call these people feds, but you use their payment service. And so they dropped it. But there's a guy, Smarty Pants at Kiwi Farms, who went through the some of the code on Power Chat and says, oh, this exposes names and emails. And so he writes this entire post. People are looking at it. And then Jim comes on. He's supposed to ask the Kino Casino tough questions and hold their feet to the fire. But it's just like a snooze fest. He massages them the entire time.
It was a fix from the start.
He says, exactly. And so he said, I'm going to read a Kiwi Farms post. And the Kiwi Farms is huge. A PvP's thread and the Kino Casino thread, it's like a few hundred pages. And PvP, before he finishes, says, oh, this guy's going to analyze the code line by line. But Jim hasn't told him what posts yet. So he already knows because they planned this in advance. Because this was the strongest argument against them, and so they had to cover it. Jim would bring it up, PvP would review it, and they would go through it. And there are a few other moments like this, too, where it feels very staged. Like, Jim's going very softly on him. And remember Baked Alaska in 2018, where he was, banning people from his chat, and Jim was yelling. He was hollering like a rage pig, right?
That's right.
He was screaming at Baked Alaska, and it's the same situation. Baked banned people from his chat. The Kino Casino banned people from their chat. One guy gets yelled at, and one guy Jim destroys. Another, oh, he's fine.
Exactly. Collusion. The game was rigged from the start. Paul Town, we've got Kino Shea begging Paul Town to get... Well, let's just get into this. Kino Shea, the faggot who's just come back, who ran for them hills. You be Kino Shea, I'll be Paul Town.
Okay. Tell Michael that Big banned me in chat.
Brittany is attacked, so that's politically provoked, is attacking you in Ralph's stream.
She didn't mention me that. I can see, I saw your Kiwi Farms. I'm banned in Ralph's chat. Get me unbanned.
I think we need to work to get Joshua Moon declared a terrorist and have him go on the run.
He is on the run in Serbia.
What's the age of consent in Serbia?
We need to catch him in international waters and rape him.
Fuck!
Good question.
We should pretend we're children. Then he'll come to us. And we do what needs to be done.
It varies between 14 and 18, just like America.
He's probably in the 14 part of Serbia.
Probably. It does say the majority are 14 to 16.
Nah, JK. Juice is fine. He's like Dark Alberto.
He's banned me from the Kiwi Farms, though.
He's like if Alberto got into Christian instead of Legos. Can you blame him, though?
Yeah, every day.
Lamau. Honestly, I respect him for that. Top G move.
Me Too was a power move.
He reminds me of Andrew Tate, but autistic, kind of. probably has a better chin than Tate.
I think I got banned or cozy chat. You'll need to unban me. Yeah, I got banned. We need to fix that.
Yeah. Some weird fucking thing leaking out. Some really odd things leaking out here. Thoughts on that one, Deep Throat?
It just shows that people behind the scenes know the truth about Josh. We all pretend he isn't a pedophile. But like, you can go to Onion Farms and read like 5 pages of him like talking about how he wants to kill his mother and how he wants to rape people. And also with Kinoshé, funny thing, when the drama with Flamenco was starting, I messaged him and I asked him, so Medicare was going on, I asked him because he was with Worski and PP. I told him, could you get Worski or PPP to ask Medicare about Flamenco? And he said, I'll try. And I never heard from him again.
And this is Kinoshé, Augusto Kinoshé, of the GNN News Network. Deep Throat. You have...
Fuck yes.
Yes. But what's your thoughts on him coming back? Because obviously he ran for the hills when he was doxxed as Randy Williams. And all of his personal details just fucking leaked into the ether. We have every one of his emails now because of Chudbuds leaked. And now he's been messaging all over Post as well. So what are your thoughts on him coming back? Is this the fastest comeback and disappearance ever?
It's the unending feud. 16 years it will go on. The Gut News Network will reign for 16 years talking about Ethan Ralph farting.
Literally. Quite literally. This is where it's
24/7 news coverage.
There's a current thing that they're trying to push now, and that's Steakgate. Have you heard of Steakgate?
No, is it like Ethan Ralph buys like shitty steaks or whatever?
I think it's not even that. I think it's that Ralph refuses to buy steaks from the grocery store and instead goes out to have steaks cooked for him. It's Steakgate.
What a monster. We need to kill him.
What an evil bastard. How can this be allowed to continue? How can Yeah, it's Steakgate. That's what they're going at now. I've never seen
Someone
anything.
needs to stop him. This is terrible. This is like a war crime. You know, Ethan Ralph is a steak enjoyer. Kill him now.
He's not buying the steaks from the grocery store, and that means he's evil and must be swatted and must have every single aspect of his life ruined.
I'm calling Christorian X right now. He's going to solve this for us.
Anyway, I think I've done my hour, and I'll be back. Mortalis, thanks for joining us, Deep Throat. Always a pleasure.
Thanks.
All right. You take care, ladies and gentlemen. It's a wild... Wow, we're killing it on Cozy. We are killing it. Thank you for tuning in. It's always a pleasure. Juice.